Hi guys, my name is Michael and this is channel for all the PS Vita mischief making. Welcome. I'm fully aware Nintendo and Sony fans are not really getting along, however, this community is beyond all this nonsense, and in this video we are running RE3, aka Reverse Engineered GTA 3 on these awesome little handhelds, which is an incredible feat of engineering by itself, and we'll be comparing both versions side by side, its features, its shortcomings, and I'll be drawing some conclusions in the end. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. But first and foremost, quick disclaimer, clearly this video is based purely on my subjective opinion and it is meant to serve as a celebration of the RE3. With that said, we are coming to the first very important point I want to make. The Take-Two fear-mongering and lawsuit making is still going strong, and I sincerely hope the RE3 creators can make it out without any detrimental damage, as what they do is worth a compliment and not a freaking lawsuit, Take-Two. When are you gonna finally accept that? I guess never, and therefore I want to compliment their work instead of you. With one huge thanks to all RE3 creators as well as to all guys who ported it over to the Vita and 3DS. You know who you are, big up to all of you, your contribution is greatly appreciated. Now we're running both versions side by side, and first thing that I've noticed are the loading times and the length. It takes significantly much longer for 3DS to launch the RE3 as well as to start the new game. And I guess it is understandable because even though the PS Vita is few years older, it is superior in terms of CPU, GPU and RAM. By the way, I know I keep saying 3DS and I'm using the new 2DS XL, but who cares about those silly names? It can be run on a beefed up 3DS and that's what I'm referring to. So, to launch the RE3 it takes like 10 seconds on the Vita and 23 seconds on the 3DS. And to start a new game it takes like 13 seconds on the Vita and 1 minute 15 seconds on the 3DS. But who cares about the loading times where we can savor the atmosphere of beginning cutscenes that are still simply breathtaking, and I always gotta watch them no matter what's the picture quality or frame rate. Both are stunning cause they represent the old school goodness, and they deserve thumbs up, but even with the thumbs up, it is obvious the picture quality, colors, saturation, frame rate and whatnot are inferior on the 3DS. There is also some weird ghosting effect present on the 3DS, whereas the PS Vita cutscenes are crisp and clear, smooth, vibrant, simply said, they are a pleasure to behold.
Get lost.
But we are not here to only talk about the cutscenes. They are not that important anyway, because when the core gameplay is there, then they can be forgiven. We can cover one eye, and we can still have loads of fun. And let me tell you, the core gameplay, the main essence of the Grand Theft Auto 3, is absolutely present in here. Well, I'm sure the regulars of this channel already heard me many times to praise the value and awesomeness of the GTA 3 PS Vita port. But this was my first ever encounter with the 3DS port, and I gotta be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. I think I even need to exaggerate it into I was blown away by the sheer power it holds, by the genuine value it possesses. I was simply left speechless, gobsmacked and utterly astonished. The 3DS port is playable, and it runs surprisingly well on this underpowered machine. Who would have thought that? Certainly not me, because when I first got the 3DS and I wanted to play some AAA open world goodness, it was nowhere to be found. I have to admit I enjoyed some Hyrule Warriors and Resident Evil Revelations 1, but other than that, AAA titles were and are few and far between on the 3DS. And I'm sure everyone in here considers GTA 3 to be a AAA title. Therefore I was blown away when I first booted it up and saw all the mightiness. It felt as good as seeing it to boot up on the PS Vita for the first time, simply mind-blowing, and that just goes to show the sheer potential of these kind of ports running on the underpowered handhelds, where nobody would ever even accept the thought of porting it over. But hey, here we are in February 2022, and we are running it on both discontinued underpowered handhelds, the PS Vita and 3DS, and we are in 7 heaven doing so. Stunning audio soundtrack, the everlasting fun with all the different cheat codes that you can deploy, the revolutionary open world gameplay that puts the dark, intriguing and ruthless world of crime at your fingertips. It's all in here, ready to our disposal, lovely and sensational indeed. Unfortunately, the last update the 3DS port has received was in April 2021, and it is still listed as a work in progress, but I don't think anybody is working on it anymore. Thus, there are many glitches, blurred main menus, unreadable pages, and broken dynamic lighting. Whereas the PS Vita port have received much more love, care, and TLC. There is even the 10th anniversary mod available, with all the re-implemented sound effects and radio tracks that were previously cut out, with all the revoked and manually optimized textures, and with all the bug fixes. If you wanna see me comparing it to the vanilla RE3 side by side, please click on the video in the right corner, where I've previously covered it. Feel free to click on other videos in there as well. And if you are enjoying this kind of videos, sub to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so we are moving on, and we want to draw some conclusions, and they are as follows. Both RE3 ports are the best that ever happened to either of these handhelds. I still can't get over the fact that the 3DS is able to run the GTA 3 this well. But indeed it is, and this way I want to confess that even I am biased. I'm still just a human, and thus I can be mistaken, which is why I am mistaken. The RE3 3DS experience is certainly inferior to the RE3 PS Vita experience, with its dual analog joysticks, with its picture quality, with its high resolution, better frame rate, and even with the 10th anniversary mod on top of it. But in spite of that, they are both related and they share the same genes, and they are both amazing. So, if you want to play through the game that defined the open world genre for a generation, this is your best bet to do so on any of these discontinued handhelds that support it. Go grab it and have a blast. I'm sure you won't be disappointed, but rather you will be thankful for every second you spent playing it. It's truly one of a kind experience that cannot be omitted by any handheld fan. Full stop. No more Nintendo Sony bullshit, just a unified world of great achievements, which this undoubtedly is. Viva la Vita and Viva la 3DS, brothers and sisters.
April's got some business upstairs. Well, maybe you could do me a favor. One of my girls needs a ride, so grab a car and pick up Misty from the clinic, then bring her back here. Remember, no one messes with my girls. So keep your hands on the wheel. If you don't mess this up, maybe there'll be more work. Now get out of here.
In the end, one more time, thanks to all the devs that took part one way or another in these achievements. If you enjoyed this video and you are still watching, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe and all the good stuff. Don't forget to check out our Discord server to meet other like-minded people and follow me on socials. All the links are down below. I'd like to thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
FM. I'm Morgan Merriweather, but please You are risking your life! Don't move a muscle!
Wasted.
Strong.